So yeah, this is going to be a video where I'm going to be talking about a certain light that would help in some situations, but it definitely has a lot of creative application, like most lights do. Some people have like a one lighting setup where they have a key light. Some people have a two lighting setup where they add a fill light, and a three light setup where they add a backlight like I have right there. You see that little speck of light? It creates this sort of outline. So what I have right here is a very tiny light. Like, I knew it was small when I heard about it, but I didn't think it was this small. So this is the Viltrox Weeylite S03. This thing actually retails for $26. So I already have like two of these set up right there. And yeah, they definitely have a lot of applications. Like, I mean, look, I could turn it red. You can see I could turn it different colors. I could turn it green. I could turn it yellow, but it still looks like green because I have blue walls. And look, I could just turn it into any sort of like color in the spectrum. Now, this isn't a perfect light by all means, but it definitely has a lot of uses in the creative work field. Now, this light actually has a runtime of an hour at 100% brightness, which you're not going to be using it anyway. Now, who is this aimed towards? Now, this is definitely a light that anybody could use. This is going to be a light that's going to pique the interest of anybody, from professionals working in the studio to content creators on social media who just want some sort of light. Now, this could definitely be a fill light, but it's not going to be a key light. And since I reserved one for unboxing, we are going to do just that. So right outside of the box, you're going to get the light, of course. Like, look at that. That is so tiny. So that's the size of my hand. That's what it looks like. Anyways, what else do we have? We got a cold shoe mount, so you could mount it on top of your camera or your rig cage or something, anything with a cold shoe. And a USB-C cable for charging only. It doesn't have any sort of data transfer. And the user manual. So I ordered the white one. I was supposed to get like a blue and a yellow version, but they didn't really have it in stock, so I just ordered 3 white ones. So yet again, this is what the light looks like. Like, at first glance, it doesn't have that many bells and whistles. You just have the light, there's the back, power button, there's the charging port, there's the 1/4 inch screw so you can mount it on things, but that's pretty much it. So the way you're supposed to use this is you're supposed to connect it to the Weeylite app like I did, you see? So within the Weeylite app, you can connect it to different groups. So you can see different groups, different channels. So there's a certain number of channels that it has that you could assign to the app, to the light, basically. So if you turn that on, if it has any battery, yep, turns on just like that. And if you set the group and channel in the app, it automatically connects to that group and channel, which is pretty neat. It automatically connects. So for example, in the app, let's say I'm selecting the D group on channel 1 and I turn this light on. At first, you're not gonna know it's gonna be connected, but the moment you adjust the setting, there we go. That's where you see it's connected. It has an RA score of 95 and a TLCI score of 97, which is the standard these days. I can't really like test that because I don't really have my own light meter, but when it comes to colors, it has a full 360-degree color range according to the website. You have your typical color temperature adjustment, you know, there we go. When it comes to color temperature range, it goes from 2800 Kelvin to 6800 Kelvin. If you try to go lower than that, it can't. And 6800, if you try to go higher than that, it can't. Your HSL color mapper, as you can see, you can adjust the saturation right here and the brightness here. The RGB slider, so yeah, if you put red up, it increases the red values. If you put green up, if I could do that correctly, increases the green. You have your XY color mapping right here. It has these color cards from Roscoe and Lee from within the app, so that, you know, if you want some reference from professional color cards, you could do that. Then you have some special effects. You have different effects like fireworks, fire truck, flame, blink, etc. The app also features a color picker. So like if I select a color from right here, it's going to try and copy that and output it here. There, that's what I like. I picked up something blue there, picked up something gray actually. So yeah, it also has some customizable scenes, which I haven't really tested, but they're there. That's pretty much it. So you might be noticing the fact that since most of the controls come from the app, most of the features of this light actually come from the app. So most Weeylite products actually have this feature, and this this is the smallest light they have with most of the features, I guess. I say most because it doesn't really have the full color temperature range, but you get the idea. So basically, most of the features that you could find in the app, this little dude has it. All in all, this tiny little light is going to do you wonders in like any sort of shoot you do. I don't really think you're going to have any problems with this light if you buy it at this price point. I'll tell you a little something. I actually bought this for $15 and I bought 3 of them, which is because a certain shopping platform I use, they have these shopping vouchers, and I'm going to link these in the description below. You could just use your vouchers if you have them. So I'm going to compare it to this light that I already have. This is the Ulanzi Vl120. Now look at the size of that. You could almost fit 2 of these in one of these. Almost. You could almost fit 2 of these in one of these. There it is. There's the comparison. And they actually have another model of this, the S05, which is a bit bigger than this, and it actually has a few controls on the back, but that's for the S05. So some of the pros I think of this, it's a very small light. You can fit it anywhere you want. As you can see, I have them like in the background right there. I have one up there and one at the bottom right there that I'm controlling via the app. Like if you buy multiple of these, it's going to be so versatile, which is the reason why I bought 3 of them. I could actually go for 4 of them if I had the budget, but yeah. Another pro is that it is very budget friendly. For $26, you're getting full RGB control. Of course, it's not going to serve as your key light, but if you already have a key light and you could use a few extra dollars on the fill light, I mean, I wouldn't really stray away from this thing. Another pro is that it's very minimal. It has no bells and whistles. All it has is a power button, and you can just control it via the app, which is very nice. I mean, most Weeylite products you could do that, but you know, this is no different. Now, some of the cons I could think of is that, one, it feels cheap, and I don't know if you can hear that, but there's something rattling inside. I don't know what, but yeah, it's budget friendly and it feels budget friendly. Another con is that since it doesn't really have any controls, having a smartphone is mandatory when using this light. So like, what if you're on set and you need to like whip out your phone real quick, but at the same time you have to adjust the lights? Like, you know, you could see some problems with that, but it's not really gonna happen all the time, but it could happen. That's pretty much it. I'm just seeing this now. It has this small like hook something, and I'm assuming that you could put like a lanyard on it or something. So yeah. So here are some things to know about this light. So if you have any other Viltrox light, it basically has the same operation as this, because you could connect any Viltrox Weeylite product to the app, which is really handy actually, because props for having their very own ecosystem. So my thoughts on these are that these are a no-brainer to buy. I could go hours on talking about how these lights could affect your cinematography. I'm just not really used to having them right now, which is why, like, you know, I'm just experimenting with these at the moment. And yeah, like these have basically unlimited capabilities. I mean, any other light does, but this has points for being this small and compact. So yeah, that's going to be my review for the Viltrox Weeylite S03. If you want to check this out, check out my affiliate links in the description below. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.